Hi, my name's Craig and I'm going to be your guide on this exciting lesson where we are going to be looking at Microsoft Office and specifically Microsoft Excel. So we're going to be using Office 365, which is Microsoft's cloud-based environment. Cloud-based doesn't mean you're going to go outside and look and find it in the clouds. It means that it's all stored online, so you don't need to install anything on your computer. So Office 365 allows you to access all of Microsoft's Office productivity apps. So for example, you can access Outlook, which is the email app, OneDrive, which is for storage, Word, which is for typing and word processing, Excel, which is for doing budgets and spreadsheet type things, PowerPoint for presentations, and many, many others. In fact, they've got a whole range of apps. So this lesson, we're going to be looking at Excel, which is their spreadsheet app. So it's quite simple. All you need to do is click on that and it'll open the Excel tab. Right, so welcome to Excel. What you'll be shown straight away are the prompt to start a new blank workbook, or you can use a template. It's quite interesting just to quickly look at more templates. So what a template is, it just tries to save you some time. So say you wanted to set up a calendar for your year, well, there is a template for that, which is pre-laid out all nicely for a calendar. Or if you wanted to prepare a personal monthly budget or some sort of other chart, etc. So there are many other templates that you can use and you can browse those. But to start with, we just want to understand the basics of how to use Excel, a spreadsheet, and what you can do with it. So we're just going to start with a new blank workbook. So this is the screen that you're presented with. This means you are inside of Microsoft Excel. So very quickly, what is a spreadsheet? A spreadsheet is basically, as the name implies, it's a sheet that's made up of columns, those that come down, and rows, those that go across. And they're very, very powerful. Lots of businesses use them. People use them for keeping lists. People use them for their budgets. You can use them for saving student marks. Very, very powerful way to organize things. So in the old days, if you were going to do student marks, you would create a list of everyone's names and then maybe test 1, test 2, and you would put it all on a piece of paper. As we will see in these lessons, using a spreadsheet, it's so much easier. So basically, it's quite simple. We've got this big white space in the middle here. This is where you are going to be entering all your values. So if you press the arrow key, for example, the right arrow, you'll start to see what's called your cell pointer moves right. You press the down arrow, it moves down. Or you can quite simply click on a cell. I can click on this one at the top here. A cell is an intersection of a column and a row, and the cell pointer goes there. All cells are referred to by an address, just like you would have a home address. You live in 12 West Street or whatever it may be. So it's referred to, its address is its column and its row. So if I went over here, column C, row 1, that would be cell C1. If I came down lower, that would be here, cell C3. So that is our cell pointer. This is where we're going to be able to enter things. So I could type in something, hello, and I've now entered that into cell A1. So cell A1 now has a value. If I wanted to put something into the next one, which is B1, how are you? Okay, so each of those are now in a separate cell. So that is the basic area where we enter the content. Up here, we've got all sorts of options, and we will look at some of these, so you don't have to worry too much about this at the moment. But very basically, we're on the Home tab. You can switch to one of the other tabs. File basically allows you to open one that you have already saved before, or save, print, etc. from this spreadsheet. The Home tab has a whole lot of options around cutting and pasting. It has options around formatting, how it's going to be centralized. We'll look at these, quite important. Whether it's a number or not a number, and then various other things that you can do. So that is your Home tab. There are some other tabs that we will briefly review in other lessons. So at the moment, it's quite simple. All you need to do is start, and you have open. If you want to delete something in a cell, you simply place your cell pointer over that cell and press delete, and the item is gone. So I'm now deleting these by pressing delete. So have a go, type some things in. I'm going to type number 23. You can type in text, and we'll see later that they are dealt with differently. If you look carefully, you'll notice number 23 is right justified. It's on the right hand side of the cell. The word that I wrote there is left justified because it's text, and we will see what that means in a moment and why that is important. So have a go, just type some things in, move around, see if you are feeling nice and comfortable, and I'll catch you in the next lesson where we will start to do some really interesting things.